Hi everyone, this is Bonnie from Backward Story, and welcome to Fairy Tale Fortnite. I'm really excited to be doing this event again with you this year. And last year I did a video that focused on all of the anthologies I have that are fairy tales, which I will link to right now, so you can see that up there. And today I am going to show you more anthologies that I've gotten since the last video a year ago. I've gotten quite a few more since then, so let's take a look. The first is Mirror Mirror. It is featuring J.D. Robb, which is another name for Nora Roberts, as she does her mystery books instead of her romance novels. And then it has 4 other authors involved at the same time. And it says it's 5 all-new twists on classic fairy tales from 5 mesmerizing authors. And I think the J.D. Robb one deals with the same characters that she writes about as J.D. Robb, which I couldn't tell you their names offhand because I've never read it and I didn't do research beforehand because I'm a bad person. But some of the tales in here are Hansel and Gretel, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, and other enduring characters, it says. And they will exist in realms beyond your imagination. So this one is mass market. It's not too expensive, $7.99, and that should be available at bookstores everywhere. The next one is really interesting, I think. Steampunk is really big right now, and this is Clockwork fairy tales, so these are steampunk fairy tales, and even the cover makes you know that this is steampunk. This is really cool. And you've got several different stories in here, too. K.W. Jader is the one that they're featuring on the cover, as well as Jay Lake, Kat Richardson, and Paul DiFilippo. I've heard of a couple of these, but not all of them. It also has Stephen Harper, Nancy Collins, G.K. Hayes, Gregory Nicole, and Pip Ballantine. And I am sorry for anyone's names that I just butchered, because I'm sure I did. K.W. Jader does The Red Shoes, which is a tale that doesn't often get retold, which is pretty cool. You've got Hugo nominees in here like Paul Filippo. Got a lot of stuff going on in here, really. So this is another one. I don't think I've read any of these in my pile yet, so I can't actually tell you about the tales themselves and how good or bad they are. But I plan to read them, and I will be sharing that with you as I do. So I got that one. I also bought this one, Once Upon a Time. Both this and this I found in the adult sci-fi fantasy anthology section at Barnes & Noble, and I'm not sure where Mirror Mirror is kept because it was on a new arrivals display. This is Once Upon a Time. It has fairy tales from Theodora Goss, Caitlin Kiernan, Tanith Lee, Genevieve Valentine, Jane Yolen, and more. I'm sure we've all heard of Jane Yolen, and if you haven't, then you are not up to date on your fairy tales, and you need to rectify that right now, really fast. This one doesn't mention on the back anything specific, but it has 18 tales in it. They can be dark, humorous, and always enthralling. And you've got a certain puss in a new future New York, an empress bargaining with a dragon, a princess turned into a raven, a king's dancing daughters with powerful secrets, great heroism, horrendous villainy, sparks of mischief, and more. So there's a lot of authors in here. Can I get a list maybe? So after briefly looking at the list inside, I don't recognize most of the names again, but I do recognize Cinda Williams-Chima, who writes the Air series and the Dragon, I think it's the Dragon Warrior Chronicles. It's the Dragon something Chronicles. So Cinda Williams-Chima, she's a great author, and I'm excited to see a short story from her. So I've got that one. This one here is a teen anthology collection. It is Grimm. It is from Harlequin Teen, and I recognize almost every single author in here. The featured authors are Ellen Hopkins, Julie Kagawa, and Amanda Hawking, but it also has Claudia Gray, Rachel Hawkins, Kimberly Durting, Myra McIntyre, Melinda Lowe, Sarah Reese Bernan, Jackson Pierce. I love Jackson Pierce. She does all of those awesome fairy tale retellings like The Sisters Red and Fathomless, and Cold Spell is her newest one. You've got Jerry Smith ready, you've got Sandra Mitchell, you've got John Scavron. You have all kinds of big names right here in this book. So I'm big on teen fiction, so when I saw all the names in this, I immediately knew that I needed this book in particular. Rags and Bones is another teen anthology that came out this year with really big names, and it has authors such as Kelly Armstrong, Holly Black, Neil Gaiman, Cami Garcia, Melissa Marr, Garth Nix, Carrie Ryan, Margaret Stohl, Ricky Yancey. It also has 6 illustrations by Charles Vess, apparently. So you've got a ton of stuff going on in this one, too. And this one's very old-fashioned. It's got the nice edging on it that I love so much. Oh, there was a picture. Can I get it back? There we go. Got some illustrations in there. So this one feels very much like a fairy tale, which I think is really cool. These two I got as bargain books, so I don't know how easy it might be to come by them nowadays. I don't know if they're out of print, if they might be available at your used bookstore or at Barnes & Noble in the bargain section. That's where I got mine. The one is The Beastly Bride, Tales of the Animal People. Actually, this one might have been, yeah, this one was actually an Amazon bargain book, not from Barnes & Noble, so they sometimes still have their stuff for a while. You'd have to check it. It's one of the books that's edited by Ellen Datlow and Terry Winling. Actually, they both are. And it also has pictures from Charles Vess, which, again, Charles Vess. So you've got a lot of different things in here, a lot of different authors going on. Jane Yolen is in it again. Peter Beagle is in it. You've got a lot of names on here. Snow White Blood Red. This one I did get from Barnes & Noble. I got my last copy of it last fall sometime, so I don't know if they still have it or not, but this is Snow White Blood Red, again with the same editors. You've got Charles DeLint, Neil Gaiman, Patricia McKillip, Jane Yolen. You've got lots of good names in all of these anthologies, so if you love fairy tales and you just like reading short stories, reading things from authors that you love, check out some of these great anthology collections. Start stacking them there so you can see them one more time. But yeah, so this is this year's anthology collection, and we'll see what they come out with in the next year that I have to have, and if there's enough of them, maybe I'll do another post again. That's all for me this time, and I'll talk to you again soon. Have a good one. Bye.